Jim Edwards here, standing alongside Molly McCann. She, of course, will take on Gillian Robertson, UFC Fight Night 130, when the UFC, for the first time ever, come to the Echo Arena in Liverpool. Molly, 9 days away now from Fight Night. Talk to me, like, how are you feeling right now? I'd imagine there's a great deal of excitement building up.
Yeah, do you know what, Jim? The past few weeks, I haven't really felt like I've been fighting. I've just been coming to the gym, getting me working, dieting, cutting weight the right way, and it's like the last 3 days something's changed in the air, and it's a little bit more like, oh God, it's coming. And today I've done my really last hard session, absolutely dominated it, and me and Paul was looking at each other like, we never normally finish this high. So I'm ready to ride the crest of this wave all through to next week and just have an unreal fight week and experience the UFC fight week.
I mean, you know, as I said there, 9 days now. What does that look like? What happens now for the next 9 days?
Okay, next 9 days, training really tapers down. Media obligations probably go through the roof a little bit more, and all I do now is just cut my weight the right way, and make it as easy and as stress-free as possible, because all the hard work's done and I'll just be game planning every day. I've spoken to quite a lot of the UFC fighters on the roster and invited them all down to the gym, so a little bit of network and making new mates and then getting ready for next week.
We saw how you learned of your UFC call-up, which was very unique, but since then, what's life been like? More people been coming out the woodwork, I guess, maybe to come back into your life, maybe?
Yeah.
But what's that been like?
I kind of, when I won the title and that fight camp, I seen a change and a difference in people, and I had to learn how anyone's life I've come into contact with, they've now got that Molly McCann moment, and that's what they like to bring to the table. And when I do good, they shout about that moment because they're happy or proud that they've had that moment with me. And at the beginning I was a little bit like, oh, why are they bringing that up when I was 11 playing football in the park with them? But that's their memory of me, which is cool, so I've learned to embrace that. A lot more people know me now, and it's nice when I'm going for me runs and I run in the streets and run around where I live, and it's always beep 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 in the cars. Yes, the meatball, and the Liverpool fans, well, the city of Liverpool fans are second to none, which you know when you come to the Echo. So it's really nice when it gets a little bit tough and the days are long and you feel like, why the friggin' hell am I doing this? You get someone come and give you a pat on the shoulder, or I ran past the bus stop the other day and lads started clapping me like, go on meatball. I was like, yeah.
You know, could it be any more special, I guess, actually, having this debut in your hometown? Could you have imagined this, like, would actually materialise?
Jim, this is like a film will be made of this day, this one day. I had my last amateur fight at the Echo. I got signed to the Cage Warriors and had 3 fights in the Echo. I won a world title in the Echo, and straight off the back of that, I get to be the first Scouser to fight in the Echo Arena in the UFC. I think it's written in the stars. I just don't see anything more special than that. How do you beat that? Someone was like, how do you top fighting for a world title in your hometown? You fight in the UFC in your hometown, do you know what I mean?
For sure. Do you actually know when you're going to be fighting? Are you going to be the first fight?
I'm fourth.
You're the fourth?
I'm first on the prelims, so I think there's the undercard, and then I'll be the first lot of prelims on BT Sport. I was expecting to be first on it. The way it worked in my head, if you was last into the UFC, you'd be the first on the card, do you know what I mean? You got to pay your dues.
I don't think you are anymore either.
No, I know, yeah. I don't know, I think the people who are above me are established, but then I look at the 3 fights below me. There's Bradley Scott, Elias Theodora is his name, and Leon Landsberg, who fought for the title against Cyborg. So I think, friggin' hell, I'm ahead of people who probably should be ahead of me, but come with the moment, come with the meatball, and I'm going to give more than probably anyone else on the card. Maybe not Darren, we'll probably bring the same. But.
Obviously tickets. You have none, right? You should probably get this out now. Like, actually, I saw you had 2 on Facebook this morning. How are they gone? Right?
They went like in seconds. So basically, someone I knew had 4 tickets. I give 2 to one of my old coaches, and my nutrition sponsor took the other 2. But I only got 4 tickets.
Wow.
People who've never missed me fight, my mum, my uncle, my sister, and my brother-in-law, they got the 4. Everyone, it's one of them things where even though it's Liverpool, it's a whole new fan set again.
Yeah.
Because it'd be people literally are flying in from all around the world.
All over the world they're coming from.
Yeah, and this is get me ready for. It's in my city, but they're not my. It's not my demographic who normally come to the Cage Warriors because they couldn't get the tickets because they was too expensive. But I know they'll be watching, so it's getting me ready for when I do go to America. And I always think the style I fight with, people will want to cheer me on. I feel like I'm a cowboy at Cerrone. I feel like I'm just a Diego Sanchez. I'm always going to give you a fight when I'm in there.
Sure. Do you know what I was about to ask you if you had to give back your Cage Warriors title, but I see it's peering over just there. Have they come to you yet, trying to claim it back?
Jim, as if they get that. When I seen you last at the Cage Warriors London event, I said to the owner, Kaz, I went, please can I keep the belt? He went, if you defend it in September, you can have it. And they're going to do whatever they can to come and get that belt back. But it was in my contract. The next person at 125 who fights for the belt, I have to put the belt around that person. And if that day ever comes, which I'm not sure if anyone's going to do what I've done and they'll give them the shot, but if that does, I might buy a replica. But I know it's taking that belt off me, Jim, not a chance. It'd be that Conor McGregor line where you'll have to get a fucking army to come and get the belt off me.
We've got to talk about your opponent, Gillian Robertson. Like, how much do you know about her? There's not, I guess, you've had more fights than her, for goodness sake. It's a bit crazy, right?
She had more, her amateur records was 12 fights, and I think she won 10 and 2. So she won 10, lost 2. So she's a bit more, if we add them together, she's on 20-something, and I've had 11.
Yeah.
So it means nothing. Because once we're this far in the game, it doesn't matter. I could have had 100 boxing bouts, she could have had 50, 100 jiu-jitsu competitions. We know the nature of the beast. We know when we get in there, we're all on a similar kind of level. I know we're a technical jiu-jitsu game is probably a little bit more advanced than mine, and we know my striking prowess is a million times better than hers. So it's that nice striker versus grappler, but in the same sense, she's your only on JTX training partner. So is she going to try and outstrike me? And the only way that I can see, Jim, is every single person I've come up against has the same blueprint of how do you beat Molly McCann. The only loss I've got was in Brazil on a decision against the Brazilian. Now that speaks volumes for what kind of fight that was. I still dropped her. I beat her up. You can't go to someone's hometown and not finish the fight, and that's what I learned.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to be like, oh, well, this, that, and the third. Look, it is what it is. I lost, I got on with it, and it was the best thing for my career.
Yeah.
Now I know fighting Gillian. I know she's going to be strong, and I know it's going to be the toughest fight of my life. And I have been in fight camp for since August last year, because I had October, then I went to America for Amanda Bobby Cooper's fight camp, and then I came back for my world title run, and I had a week off, and then I was this one. So there's 5 camps back to back where I haven't had no time off. So I'm literally the best me I've ever been in my life, and the humblest me and the most ready. I said to Paul, it really cliche, but I'm at zen with myself, and they're the kind of times when that's when you should be scared about what the fight is bringing to the table, because I won't have UFC jitters because I've headlined the arena. So I've felt that pressure of headline, and I haven't got that pressure now. The game plan she's going to try and bring, that is all anyone brings to the table. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, what can you show me different than a single leg or a double leg, or try and get me down against the cage, because you can't do anything different than anyone's already done to me. So in any fight, we never look at my opponents, we look at what do I need to improve on, and the only things I needed to improve on was my defensive wrestling.
Yeah.
No one's had to see me attacking, me aggressive. offensive jiu-jitsu yet, so it'll be good to see if I even need to bring that into the cage.
I guess we'll see on fight night, right?
Yeah.
I guess when you look at this division, it's not the most mature in the world.
No, so
who do you kind of see as the kingpin?
Shevchenko.
Yeah.
I said to Paul today, he said, when you're not fighting, you need to think of an opponent who you're always getting ready for. And he said, write it down and put it on a piece of paper, because that's what I do, and make them goals. And I was like, I see me having 3 fights with Shevchenko. I can really see us. I feel like everyone needs that one person in their fighting career, you know, like DC and John Jones, and you had, if you go into boxing, I don't know, you've got Sugar Ray and Roberto Duran and all that kind of thing. I genuinely believe me and Shevchenko are going to go to war a few times. Or Johan and Rose, do you know what I mean? You're going to get them kind of fights. And I think a smart marketing, a smart branding, the UFC would let Shevchenko fight for the interim belt, if not the belt, in September in Moscow.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna say, well, if I knock this girl out and I make a name for myself, I could just skyrocket to that fight, because I know Jan Jacek did the same. She had one fight and then she fought Carla Esparza. So I know anything's possible, but I'm getting ready for my next fight. Will be a real title, and I know that's been a bit overzealous, but you never know what's going to happen. So that's the game I'm training for.
Yeah, obviously Gillian Robertson's the next one though.
Oh yeah, you don't look past the opponent.
For sure. I mean, when you put your head on the pillow at night, and you think about how this night is going to play out in its entirety, the walkout, the fight itself, what does that kind of look like? Are there different scenarios you're thinking about, or is there just one kind of perfect image that you have?
I always see them the same. I feel like I have to feel out the first 3 minutes of, I just need to know his strength in the grappling exchange to know, can I unload, or am I going to have to go one shot move.
Yeah.
You've seen that in the last fight against Brian. It was the first time I'd been that patient where I just thought, I'm going to pick you off, and when the time is right, I'm going to come for you. And that's what I did. But the fight before that, I was looking for the finish from the first moment, the first bell. Whereas now I know, right, I'm just going to have to play with you until I say it's time to go. And that's how it is. And I always see me in the worst case scenarios in my dreams and the way I imagine it. And I know how I get out of it, because I run through it every day in the gym. And in jiu-jitsu or in wrestling, I'll start with someone on the takedown. If it's jiu-jitsu, I'll start with someone in mount, in my back, in their guard. I never start with the upper hand. I always start with the lower hand. I don't get subbed. I get straight back up if I get taken down. I'm that tricky customer like Johan and Jan Jacek, but just a little more of a meatier version. So I can't wait to just really prove like I am all rounded, and there's not an area that I need to be like. Do you know what I mean? And,
sure.
And it's gonna be nice that she's a brown belt and she's finished most by arm bars or by triangles.
Yep.
And when I get this win, I just get to go to the division do one next.
For sure. I mean, I guess the next week is going to be a pretty incredible experience, I'd imagine. Fight week, UFC. Yeah. You've already had some pretty incredible things. Like Tony Bellew, you were just telling me one of your heroes sent out a message to you last week. Like, how did that kind of make you feel inside? Did that kind of hit home to the fact that, you know, this is coming, the fight night is coming up very quickly?
It's just giving me goosebumps, she's saying that. When Tony sent me the message, they've been on my legs there. When Tony sent me the message, it's like, this is the first time I've had the adrenaline dump, and I'm like, oh, I'm fighting in a few days, and I was like, oh my God. And honestly, it would be like, it meant as much to me as him sending me that as what it would be for Ronda Rousey. She's the reason I started MMA. If she went, meatball, congratulations, do you know what I mean? So it's a incredible feeling to know the city's behind you. But when someone you've looked up to since I was an amateur boxer, he was an amateur boxer, you used to look up to him then. 2004, 2005, many moons ago. And yeah, it's like, how do you lose when you've got, I mean, it's really easy, a fight, but how do you lose when you've got that support and you've got them people rooting for you and behind you? The message he said was, go out there, let your hands go, and steal the show. So I don't mind being a show stealer.
That's the plan, right?
Yeah, I mean, when I'm face to face with my opponent, I give a mouth off a little bit because I'm selling the fight, or I'm into the moment. But I always respect my opponent before and after. But it's that moment when you're head to head, and she needs to realise she's in my house. This is mine. It's not hers. She's not coming in and taking what's mine and what I've worked for. And when you've got people who are saying, "Go and do it," and they know I'm going to do it. It's a really humbling feeling.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. I guess let's just wrap this up. What's kind of the message to the fans that, you know, hopefully a lot of them are going to try and actually make it to the Echo. We know that the tickets are hotcakes right now, but we know there's even a venue being set up for them outside as well.
Yeah.
But what is the message to all the Meatball fans, all the people that are going to come to Liverpool, watching around the world? What's the message to those guys?
The message is, you know, when you fight me, I fight for every minute, for every second, for every round. The Echo Arena is a special place for me and everyone in my gym. This is something special that may never happen again, and it's going to be the beginning of mine and Darren's catapult into fighting for the titles. I can see it now, but it'll be like UFC Dublin was with Conor and all the Irish. So if you've never seen MMA, just give it a whirl. Go to the beer cellar and watch it. You can watch it next to the Echo Arena, £5 in, go in and watch it on the screen, and let everyone just get behind this city's fighters and watch us go and do work.